Hello and welcome to America Land. My name is Dr. Mel Levy. In tonight's episode we will be covering some more readings from a long-going series of charming stories entitled The Aristocrats, Chapter 1. A family walks into a talent agency. It's a father, mother, son, daughter and dog. The father says to the talent agent, "We have a really amazing act. You should represent us." The agent says, "Sorry, I don't represent family acts. They're a little too cute." The mother says, "Sir, if you just see our act, we know you would want to represent us." The agent says, Okay, I'll take a look." So the mother and daughter come out on stage and waste no time, and begin to perform tribadism on each other. The mother's all pregnant with their third baby, so while at it, the daughter, who's about 6, starts pounding on her belly while screaming, "Get rid of it, we don't need another mouth to feed. Don't you love us?" The father enters the room all pissed, and yells, "Who do I choke first?" They both try to run away, however, the dad catches the mom, who's all fat from the late stages of pregnancy, and starts choking her. He then lays her down, and starts to violently fuck her on missionary position to the point that his cock penetrates the tiny fetus's asshole. Blood and baby shit start to flow out of her pussy. The daughter starts punching the father, but then the son runs out and begins to mouth fuck his sister. Meanwhile, the family dog, who's a big German shepherd, walks out and begins to hump the dad in the ass while he continues to pound both his wife's pussy and his unborn son's fetus's asshole. The son unloads all over his sister's face and then begins to throw M&Ms at her face, which stick to it thanks to the sticky cum. The son then starts stroking the horny dog's penis, while the dog proceeds to lick the cum and M&Ms from the daughter's face. The dad then pushes with both hands on the mother's belly, causing the baby to shoot from the pussy and eventually dies from the backlashing impact of the umbilical cord. The German shepherd then bites the son's balls. The son starts running around the stage holding his bloody balls and screaming like a little girl until he accidentally slips on a puddle of shit, blood, and cum. The father grabs the dead fetus by the umbilical cord, spins it high above his head, and whips the daughter, hitting her with the fetus end. The mother then places a funnel on the unconscious son's mouth, squats down and starts pissing on it. The dad then pisses on it. Then so does the daughter and even the German shepherd. But of course, the dog's aim is way off, and most of the piss ends up on the son's chest and face. The son wakes up. Both father and son proceed to double fist the daughter in the ass. This is too much, so she starts spraying bloody diarrhea all over the mom. The son and dad come out wearing overalls and waving Confederate flags. They yell "nigger" to the mom and proceed to brutally beat her and then anally rape her. The father and son then start to 69. While the dog pukes all over the dad's back, who was on top. The mom then sprinkles salt all over her daughter's pussy and starts eating her out. Halfway through, her mouth gets all dry and she starts mumbling. The daughter then slaps her in the face and says, "Stop it, you sound like a retard." The salt then causes this nasty urinary infection, turning her pussy all orange and yellow. The father gives her some diuretics and she starts pissing out blood, pus, and urine while screaming in pain. The dad cuts a tiny hole on the son's belly button and begins to fuck the new hole, coming all over his intestines. The daughter takes a crap on that tiny hole as well. The son then pukes out blood, shit, and cum, which flowed from his intestines all the way up through the esophagus and out the mouth. The dad then sprays shaving cream all over the dog's mouth and goes backstage and grabs a baseball bat. The dad then yells out, "Rabbies, the dog's got some fucking rabbies," and clubs the poor dog to death. He then looks up to the daughter and mother, who are weeping cause that dog's been with them for a long time, and says, "Fool ya." The mother and daughter get mad and start beating up the dad. Suddenly, freeze. "You're all under arrest." Turns out the agent has called the cops after witnessing all this terrible acts. So the cop handcuffs everyone, including the son, who's passed out and bleeding to death on the floor. The cop then takes his helmet and sunglasses off to reveal he's indeed Uncle Buck the perv. He bends the daughter down and jams the nightstick up her ass. She then goes limping and jumping on stage with a black nightstick end sticking out her ass. He then takes out a gun, stuffs it up the wife's pussy, and tells the dad, "Tell me where the money is or I'll blow her pink zone off. Screw it, I'm broke." So Uncle Buck the perv shoots the wife in the pussy, causing blood to squirt all over. Finally the uncle says, "And now for our interpretation of the rednecking incident." The uncle then removes the nightstick from the daughter's ass and starts to savagely beats the father with the bloody and shitty nightstick, while the dad pleads, "Can't we all get along?" Then the uncle takes the handcuffs off from everyone. He gives some crack to both the mother and son, and miraculously they wake up and start twitching and screaming. The entire family take a bow. For the longest time, the agent just sits in silence. Finally, he manages, "That's a hell of an act." What do you call it? And the father says, the aristocrats. And that concludes this week's episode of America Land. Thank you for watching, and tune in next week. Until then, this is Mel Levine saying good night and good luck.